I had to rearrange this a little bit here so you can hopefully see me roll this out. You can see it's my favorite rolling pin because it got dough stuck on it. Well, not dough, it's flour. That's actually not a bad thing because, trust me, it ain't. We do wash it, it's just, yeah, we use it a lot too. And so some of it's like stained. Stuff do. And it's not a bad thing. It doesn't hurt anything. A little bit of stuck dough from... But you only wipe a wooden one down. And if you have a plastic one, I really should use a plastic one. The only plastic one we have is for Play-Doh, and so that's not so good. So this probably will have a little bit of peanut butter smell for a while. Miss Amanda, yeah, no, it's a little bit used, and that's okay. You never use soap on wood, though. So you're gonna roll out your dough, and yeah, parchment paper is a little slippery sometimes. As Amanda needs to grab something to weight this parchment paper down. I don't want to use that. That's a bad idea. My water bottle should do. Oh, just something belonging to someone else. I didn't want to use that. Miss Amanda will grab the flour for the other corner. Because this parchment paper wants to be slidey. Some parchment paper likes to be a little slidier than others. So let's grab our flour and put the rest of the flour down here. Even though that gives me a little less room to roll. That's not helping much. Go ahead and clear this off. It did not help much. We'll just work with it sliding. Obviously, if you have silicone mat, it won't slide as much. Or if you put some on the parchment paper, it won't slide as much. I just want to use my hand to do this. Okay, looks like this. We're gonna flour it. Yeah, hang on, let me show you. So like this, we're gonna flour it and flip it and roll more. Not gonna be a whole lot because we used a whole lot of flour in this peanut butter mix. But just a little bit to keep it from sticking as you roll it. And you're gonna want a little bit on this side before you roll it so it doesn't stick too much to your roll. But some always will stick to your rolling pin. Let's see if Amanda has something. Let's see if Miss Amanda has something else that you can throw underneath here to help the parchment paper from sticking. It's slipping, not sticking. Not really. Oh well. It's gonna slip a little. I guess holding it myself works. You don't have to roll it as thin as your critter likes it. This guy likes this crunchy treat, so this is gonna be pretty thin. Obviously, the thicker you roll it, the thicker the treat's gonna be. And if you want your treat to puff because your cat or dog or whatever likes a little air in the treat, add a little baking soda or baking powder when you're mixing up your dough. Both will work, but baking powder rises a little bit more. Baking soda leaves more of a crunchy, crispy air. But as I said, this guy likes this crunchy taste, so I did not bother with that stuff. And upon tearing, that tells you if your kid you gotta set that prepared. That tells you it's probably as thin as you're gonna be able to get it. I'm gonna try this well, just a little thinner, but not a whole lot. So I'm not going to pick up very many trees right now on camera, just making a few to show you. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on top. A little more because that did not. No, that on my hand. Just a little bit before we cut it out. I'm going to make sure that this rolls to my best ability, as soon as I can get it. I suppose if you really want to, you can make some of these for Sam's reindeer. I don't see why reindeer would turn out peanut butter. Peel up the excess. Give it a little twist. You always want to twist. I'm going to peel off the excess around and carefully move over your treat. And he's going to end up with his guy because he likes them crunchy, a little bit separated. It just happened. If you want it to bind a little better, you can put egg in it, but I don't like doing that. That did not cut so great. We're gonna have to mix that again. Sometimes you would still end up with ones that don't cut so great. It happens. Alright, try again. This happens in any cutting. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of a thin spot that just doesn't work out right. I'm gonna give it a little twisty. Though it doesn't work so well with something in the shape of... Also, odd shapes do not help. Yeah. And he added to use one of the odder shapes. A dolphin. And Miss Amanda forgot to have a sheet set aside. Miss Amanda does have a sheet set aside, but she's forgot to have it nearby to put this stuff in. And Miss Amanda's gonna go grab a spatula too. To maneuver it safer. To its cookie home. And if you find it's a little too dry, that means you don't need to add more flour in. Yeah. You may want to add a little more peanut butter if it's too dry to be rolling out appropriately. Because sometimes that'll happen. But Miss Amanda will be right back because she forgot to set that off to the side. Miss Amanda always says, hey, that peanut butter is weird one part on trust me. Still come out and work okay. But parchment, but if you have pre-cut parchment sheets, then parchment it just looks a little nicer. And to said cookie sheets. And Amanda always has this ready to go. Always. And now Miss Amanda will be right back again. Enjoy looking at the dough. Because Miss Amanda needs the spatula that you're going to grab. You might get under spats, so you're going to just very carefully maneuver the treat to its home. Hopefully she can do this carefully with her hands and not rip this one. And it rips again. We're going to have to mix this up again a little bit. I think I might have put a little too much flour in. But mixing a second time, it should stick fine because warming up the dough tends to make the peanut butter dough a little sticky. Miss Amanda will be right back. Miss Amanda needs a little tiny bit of peanut butter. Because this Miss Amanda messed up. It happens. Just a little bit. Miss Amanda has a tiny bit too much flour. And that's what's cool with this. If you do mess up, it's a pretty easy fixing job. As you can see, this is making more crumbs. So Miss Amanda can tell if you have a little too much flour. So just a little bit of peanut butter should fix it. That should be enough. Wipe off the knife I grabbed. And set off the cookie cutter and try again. Mrs. Amanda's not afraid to show you. Everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, it's gotta stick to your hand a little if you have to do this. You know what? You could always flour your hands if you really don't want peanut butter on your hands. But that's why you wash your hands before and after you cook or bake. Yes, you always want to wash before and after. Keep your hands as clean as possible. In a minute, E's gonna put a little flour in your hands because yeah, stick a little more than she likes, just a tiny bit. Miss Amanda doesn't want to add too much flour to this. Why did I leave the knife there? Cut space out. Where did I... Okay, that's where that is. Let's move that about here. I'm gonna need a little bit of flour before I roll it out again. Just a little bit on top as you roll it out. And this is gonna slip inside again, of course. Roly poly. And oops. Thankfully I have places to catch things. Always. For sure I just caught that with my toes. Cause even through socks I have monkey toes. Yeah, Miss Meadow 90%. No, Miss Meadow, except in the shower, is wearing her socks, and even then sometimes. Yeah, Miss Meadow wears socks. A lot. Okay. I think we're gonna fold it. Tiny bit because we don't want to do too much because we don't want to break it again. Just enough to keep it from sticking too much to the because no, it sticks some. As does most do. You could, even if you really wanted to, build your doggy a doggy snowman out of it. For a special Christmas treat. I'm going to turn it a little bit. I'm going to flour the sticky part. And try not to do too much. Just enough to keep from sticking too much. But this recipe is very forgiving. Not sticky. Doesn't feel too bad. It feels like we can roll it out without any more flour. No, maybe there's a sticky spot. No, it's just a flatter spot. Oh, there's a tiny sticky spot at the corner. Just a dab. Okay, if it sticks to the thing, you'll know that there's a spot that's sticky. Just take a tab of flour and just rub it on the sticky spot. Okay, this is pretty again, it's kind of sticky. Time to flour and flip and rotate. Set this off to the side, and hopefully it does not break when we flip it. The underside is kind of sticky, so we're going to kind of take part of this and pull it off the side. Okay, this is the best I can get it because it's, well, we're going to flatten it just a little though. But we're not going to try to lift it. Not be it. Okay. I think I have enough. We're going to add a little bit of flour before we cut it. I would flip it, but it wants to break, so I'm not going to flip it. I'm going to use the knife to help transfer, but you guys use a spatula. It's just, I have no knife in hand. Now you're going to want to peel off the excess because this is a dough that's not going to settle for wiggling, especially if you use a complicated shape. You're going to kind of just pull it away. And if you have a butter knife and pair extension or parent's help, you can use that to help wiggle some of the tougher spatula, because yeah, it's not going to be quite as I intended, but it'll still be a crunchy treat for them, because it doesn't have any leavening in it. I know this will not spread, because there is no eggs or anything. If your parents' permission or parents' help, you can use a butter knife carefully. I'm going to attempt to carefully maneuver this. But it is a very awkward shape, so I have no clue if it'll make it safely. Well, part of the tail fell off. And it is a cracky treat, but that's what hard treats tend to do. They tend to crack a little. No clue if that even looks like a dolphin at all because it's kind of broke. And because this is so little left in excess, we can peel it all off and then we'll roll some more. We'll put a little flour down on the bottom so that this doesn't stick to the parchment paper. Before we roll the next section, roll it on more. I will probably make them a few more later, but I'm just making a few to demonstrate on camera. And actually, after I get the second one onto the sheet, I'll give you, hopefully it doesn't look, hopefully they look okay. If they don't, I'll still eat them. They're peanut butter. Maybe we'll come back when they're cooked. But what you're going to do is you're going to heat your oven to 350 to 375. You know your parents should know your oven. You're going to have your parents heat the oven. Some ovens run hotter, some run colder. We're going to do 350. About 10 minutes in the oven, and they should be done. 10 to 12 minutes again. Parents should have an idea of how your oven runs. And you'll have doggy treats. So we're going to transfer this and show you, and then we're going to cut the camera until after these are all baked. Well, till after they're all rolled and baked. Because you don't really need to see Miss Amanda roll it more than once. Well, twice, because Miss Amanda messed up the first time. Because it's human nature. I'm going to kind of wiggle this under the sticky peanut butter. Because it is for sticky treats. I wish I had a second knife, but I don't on hand. And I am not running off again. Okay, Amanda's gonna grab that carefully. Because of how rolled out these guys are, you'll get about 4 dolphins in a tray if you choose the dolphin, because this is a large dolphin cutter from a certain set. Well, it's not large, but it is large for a cookie cutter. But yeah, smaller cookie cutters will get more, but that gives you a general idea of the size of the pan. If you have a slightly bigger pan, you'll get more. If you have a slightly smaller cutter, you'll get more. And obviously, you're going to want a cookie cutter the size of your dog, or whatever animal you're planning to feed. You're going to want it to be about appropriate for them. But yeah, we'll be back to show you in a few minutes. See you then.